Have you ever just looked at a wall in your home or office and thought, I want something incredible there, something alive? Well, today we're going to dive deep and demystify the whole process of getting a custom aquarium, and we're zeroing in on how it all works right here in Illinois. Let's get into it. It's a great question, isn't it? Because, we're not just talking about hanging a painting. We are talking about creating a dynamic, always changing piece of living art that becomes the absolute focal point of any room. And a custom aquarium, that's exactly what it can be. You've probably noticed it yourself, this huge trend of bringing more nature indoors. And with that, these amazing custom aquarium services are making something that once felt like a crazy luxury, well, way more accessible. We're seeing them in suburban homes, downtown offices. That dream of having your own underwater world is totally becoming a reality for a lot of people. So, where does a journey like this even begin? It all kicks off with the blueprint phase. This is the really important part where your dream, your idea, starts to take shape and turns into a concrete, workable plan. You see, the pros don't just show up with a glass box. No way. The process is actually super methodical. It all starts with a simple conversation, and then it moves to a visual 3D model. And this is a total game changer because it lets you literally see into the future, It gets rid of all the guesswork. Then it all wraps up with a modular plan that can scale from a small tank to a massive wall-sized installation. So that very first step is a really detailed consultation. This is where the experts just listen. They're listening to your ideas, your vision, and your budget. They'll check out the physical space, figure out the best viewing angles. It's all about tailoring the entire project perfectly to you. And look, a great design it's so much more than just what you see on the surface. Right from day one, the plan has to include all the crucial technical stuff. We're talking safe electrical wiring, the absolute right filtration system to keep that water crystal clear, and even climate control for a stable, happy environment. At the end of the day, it's all about making sure the fish and plants inside are gonna thrive. All right, so the plan is locked in. Now for the exciting part, bringing that vision to life. This is the professional installation phase, where all that careful planning becomes a physical reality right there in your space. Now, building an aquarium in a place like Illinois, well, it has its own unique quirks. The local climate can actually affect what kind of equipment you use, and energy efficiency is a huge deal. But even more important, you've got to think about state and local regulations for all the electrical and plumbing work. And here's the key thing. The reputable providers, they handle all of this for you by partnering with licensed pros. And what does all that mean for you? Total peace of mind. Seriously, knowing your installation isn't just beautiful, but it's also safe, completely up to code, and backed by a warranty, that is a massive, massive benefit of going with a professional team. Okay, the tank's in, it looks amazing, but we're not done yet, right? Because a thriving ecosystem needs ongoing care, and that's where professional maintenance comes in, and honestly, it's a lifesaver. I like to think of these service packages as a health plan for your aquarium. They really cover everything, from regular water testing and cleanings to checking on the filters and doing seasonal checks. It's hands down the best way to protect your investment and make sure your little aquatic world flourishes for years and years. To really get a picture of what's possible, let's check out two recent projects right here in Illinois. On one side, we've got a cool commercial display and a cafe. And on the other, a massive reef tank in a private home. These two really show off the incredible range of what's possible. First up, that cafe project, a 90-gallon freshwater display. Now, it might sound compact, but it is so powerful. By using native plants and cleverly hiding the whole filtration system, it creates this super clean, natural look that just pulls you in. It really proves you don't need a huge space to make a huge impact. And then you have this. A massive 300-gallon saltwater reef tank in a living room. I mean, talk about a showstopper. This thing is the real deal, complete with advanced lighting that actually simulates the natural sun and moon cycles for the coral and fish. The scale of it is just breathtaking. All right, are you feeling inspired yet? If you're sitting there thinking, I want one of those for your own home or business, let's really quickly break down how you can get started on your very own aquarium journey. According to the experts, it really all boils down to 3 simple steps. First, start with a really clear vision of what you want to create. Second, set a realistic budget you're comfortable with. And third, do your homework and find reputable providers.
Look for people who offer transparency, give you detailed timelines, and have solid warranties.
There's this quote from one of the professionals that just hits the nail on the head, and that's so true, right? This isn't just about buying a thing, it's an investment in an experience. A well-planned aquarium really does transform a space and becomes a centerpiece you'll remember forever. So, at the end of the day, that just leaves one final question for you to think about. With all these incredible possibilities, from a calm, tranquil freshwater stream to a crazy, vibrant saltwater reef, what world will you build?